one-stage equations using multiplying or dividing. Now, if I've got the equation 3x is equal to 12, that actually means 3 times x equals 12. If I don't have anything between the number and the letter on an algebra equation, it's a pretend time sign. You don't see the time sign. So 3x is equal to 12. Now to find out what one lot of x is, I've got to do the inverse. And now the inverse of multiplying something is dividing something. So in my bubbles here, I'm going to divide by 3. Because remember, I'm timesing by 3x. So dividing by 3 will cancel that out. So all I do now is I write is x here, because that's divide by 3. I've got rid of that times by 3. It's the inverse. That's equal to 4, because 3, 4 and 8, 12. And that's the answer to my question there. If I've got, I could have the number on the other side. Sometimes I do that. It's perfectly allowed. And I could have a different letter. Same rule applies. So what I've got, I look at my number in front of my letter, which is a 2. So 2 times w. The inverse is divide by 2 and divide by 2 here. So I'll be left with 20 divided by 2 is 10, and that's equal to w. So I could write it as w equals 10. It's exactly the same thing, just because it's on the other side. So that's an inverse where you've got a number in front of a letter. We've got it multiplied, so you have to use an inverse of divide. If we're going the other way now, supposing now I've got x over 6, that means x divided by 6 is equals to 3. Because I've got a dividing here, I've got to use the opposite or inverse. So the opposite of dividing by 6 is multiplying by 6. So in each of my bubbles now, I've got to multiply by 6. So when the number's on the bottom, multiply. In other words, get rid of that divide. So that will just become x, because I've now got rid of that 6 on the bottom. And the answer here will be 3 times 6, and 3 6s are 18. So that is how we deal with one-stage equations when we've got a times or a divide to cope with.